It's been a little while since I've made a video, but I'm back, and I'm just here making another video, but this video is going to be just a little bit different, slightly, and I think that's just because, I think, so, for those of you who haven't been keeping track, videos have been scarce lately, just because I've been really busy, and I just haven't had a lot of time or willingness to make videos of the system. So I'm just kind of, it's just kind of here, and it hasn't changed much, but it's just been here, and I just haven't thought to make a video of it. So I've kind of reached a point where I can't really make new stuff with the system anymore. There's nothing really else I can do anymore to make the system feel new or exciting. So I think I've kind of peaked, and I've kind of hit the roof. So I think I'm going to stop making videos about this, just because there's nothing else really to make videos of. So I think I'm going to call this the System Test Series Finale, at least for the old system tests. I might start a new system in the future if I get more time or more resources, or I rebuild this system. And I'll start over at 1 again, but this is probably going to be the last big video of this system. Now, if I do make small updates, like if I can figure out how to do more stuff with VoiceEvac, I will probably make some smaller videos, like similar to like a half system test video, but I'm probably not going to make full-fledged system test videos anymore until something big happens. Excuse me. So, this is going to be the last big system test I'm going to do for a while, and this is it. So, I'm just going to get started with it. This is the Alertec SC500. For those of you who've been watching, you've seen this panel a lot. And so it's a homemade fully functional fire alarm control panel. It's actually got some pretty advanced features for it being made completely out of snap circuits. So, SC500 fire alarm control panel. And I don't know if I showed this I don't know if this was in the last video, but I added a power LED out front here. Sorry, it's kind of shaky. But, let me open it up. This just runs directly to the same, it's like just wired in parallel with the power LED inside the panel. So that's just there. And then I actually, since this is a green LED, I replaced the green LED here with a red LED. Doesn't really matter that much. I was at one point considering setting it up so that since I only have so many wires, I couldn't stick an alarm LED on the outside. But I was considering running the power LED's wiring through the normally closed contact on the alarm relay right here, so that when the signals activate, the light on the outside would blink with them. But that wouldn't really work very well for continuous, now that I think about it, and also I'd have to use more wire, which I don't have a whole lot of. And plus I would be running 2 powers. It would just be kind of a mess. It just wouldn't work very well. So I'm not going to do that, probably. Well, I could try, but that probably wouldn't be video worthy. But maybe if I could figure out how to do that at some point, I would. But yeah, power light on the outside. I think the only other big new thing is that I added this switch here, which is just a battery disconnect switch. So you flip this, and the panel power, the lights get a little brighter because it's not charging the batteries. This panel charges batteries very slowly, and it consumes a lot of power, but it's still enough to keep the panel running perfectly fine. So this switch would probably be used for if you wanted to kill power to the panel completely. because it's got battery backup, or else why else would it have batteries? If I unplug it, there's still power in the panel, but then if I flip the switch, it kills the panel completely. So I guess that's if you needed to like disconnect the panel from power completely and you didn't have to like unplug or rip out wires. Got that from New Age Server Alarm System Test 26.1, by the way. So that's what that is for, but I don't really need to use that very often. So it's just there just in case, but it doesn't really serve a huge purpose right now. And other than that, it's pretty much the same. All of the devices in this system are wired as 2-wire, so this switch is not going to do anything. It's just going to silence all of the devices, which is fine. So everything's wired as 2-wire. So that's pretty much it with the panel. You've seen that. That's nothing super new. And these pull stations are the same as always. I'm not going to go over these because you know these. So what do I finally have for devices? This is taking forever. Well, above the panel I have this thing. It's the same thing as the original, like the MT2L or something -6, or MT6-2L, that's what it was. It's the same thing, but I put the light on the bottom, and this was actually a bit of a challenge to figure out because the light, it's hard to get it to fit and to get the wiring to go. And I know it looks like the light is disconnected on this side, but there is a wire running up through to the top. So it works pretty well. I like the look, and I tried to make the speaker extend out a little further so it didn't feel like the light was poking out from under it too much. And I kind of like the look of it. I'm definitely gonna keep this system up for a while, because I'm just not gonna make any more big changes as far as I can tell. So I'm gonna keep this one up, and I really like it. On this side of the room, I have this one here. It's the original MT6-4L, but I've wired it as 2-wire, and it's using a louder speaker. So this one actually gets really loud. I remember that one system test I made forever ago, where I used both loudspeakers, and this got about as loud as the actual fire alarms, which are not on the board right now; they're on the floor. But this is over here, and I'm keeping this one up. These are both set on horn, so it's pretty standardized sound, and I like these things a lot. That one is, I love how loud that is. And then outside, I'm going to keep the theme of having a remote light out here by putting the dual bulb 2903 style light out here. So, pretty simple. I wanted to do something other than the other 2903 light, the single bulb. I was getting tired of it, so I just put it down and used the LED light up in here instead. So, the system I've actually set on 240 beats per minute, or it's about 240 beats per minute. It's just the really fast, it's like the very fast march time, like the crazy coding option that I did in some of my older videos, just for old time's sake, and I think it sounds kind of cool. So, I'm just gonna pull it, and here we go, last time. Sorry for my family playing a piano. So you can see the lights blinking, relay is clicking away, and there's no audible silence. So there you go. I think this rubber band in this pull station snapped or something because it wasn't in there and it didn't spring back up, but it's fine. So there you go. Now I'm going to set it to, I'm going to try my hand at 120 beats per minute. There. So now let's do 120, and I'll pull the other one. You know, I'll leave the panel door open. So here's 120. Just your regular march time. Yep. This light isn't actually that bright. There's two bulbs in there, but it's such a big lens. Yep. Pretty standard. And then finally, I know I'm kind of rushing through this, but I'll do continuous. Yeah, and since these are set on horn, that's a coded tone, so it'll be doing 67 beats per minute, which is what the standard horn tone on these is. It's about 67 beats per minute. So, kind of odd, but that's just what it is. It wasn't meant to be a specific time, it was just, that's just what it is. So, you know, I'm just gonna pull all of them. What the heck? It's a lot brighter once it can get to full brightness. There you go. As you can see, they do fall out of sync eventually, and there's no way to fix that. It's not like I can sync these devices together with the sync module or anything. So I'll just set this. I was expecting the relay to click back down because I'm used to it being a walk test. And then click. So I guess that's it. Let me put this back on 240, so hold on. Okay. So I guess that's pretty much it. I know there wasn't much. It was just setting off the system again, but there's not really much else I can do with this system, like I said at the beginning. So I'm probably just not gonna do much more with it, unless I just like think about it and say, hey, I had an idea for something I could do with the system, and then I do it and maybe make a short video about it. But I think overall I'm about done with it. So I think this is going to be its final state for a while, and I'm probably going to keep making videos, especially like EAS videos, but I think as for fire alarm videos, I'm probably going to be done with this particular, making frequent videos of this particular system for a while. So I guess that's it. That's the System Test Series finale. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.